this is Shantae with Brown Sugar Talks, coming to you under Black Unicorns. So today I had a chance to go to a training, and there were some things that I learned, I guess, that were outside of training. So even though it's the same thing over and over and over again, the first thing I learned is you really do need to set your goal to do some kind of different type of education, because it really all does start to be like the same stuff over and over again. And I don't know, that was my one thing. That was like one of my takeaways. But then when you start to look at other people in the classroom and how they learn and how they function, you start again to see that there's so much. It's still the same. Like, it's still the same thing. Like, it's always the same thing. And that's the part that makes everything so boring. It's just so boring. So it just ends up being all the same exact stuff, or the same kind, like sort of the same people. And then some people are different and you find them interesting. You know, I found a quiet person interesting. I also found it's just like I found people interesting, and the words they use and the vocabulary and how they move and how they talk and the actions and the energy that they have. That's the one thing that I really like. I guess I was challenged today. Like, I guess it was a challenge for me, because I had a student that was fired up. She's like ready, you know. Well, oh my God, I called her my student. Like, I'm teaching college. Could I teach college? Maybe. But anyway, she was fired up, you know, and that was the good thing, is the fire, you know. But being fired up, that's it. Like, it, you know, it kind of reminds me of myself. Like, I like how, like, when I'm looking at a piece of art or looking at something or whatever, and I'm fired up about it, I am that person. Like, it's like I'm there in that moment being this person, right? So, I don't know. It's just, I guess the vocabulary, it just like, almost like when we admire each other, and this is something that I like to make clear, no part of what I admire about a woman is ever like, I want to be her. Like, and I think I've done it my entire life. I have never wanted to be somebody else. So I think that's when you start to figure out what other kind of, like, okay, like, say for instance, I am at the store and I see somebody has a snack. I want the snack. Okay, well, that means I just want to try the snack. I mean, it might be good, you know. That's it. But to want to be somebody else, that's a whole other issue. Like, to actually want to be in that person's body or whatever, that's a whole other situation. Because, yeah, so it's like, I like people, I emulate them. Like, okay, like, I adore Tracee Ellis Ross. I don't want to be Tracee Ellis Ross, because I don't know what comes along with being Tracee Ellis Ross. So Tracee Ellis Ross, she had her own path. Even though me and her, like, I relate to her in some ways when she says about her insecurities and who she is and the things that she goes to. Vivica Fox, gorgeous woman. I don't want to be Vivica, but I look at her and I'm like, man, she keeps herself in shape. You know, her hair, she always snatched up. Two different styles of women, but I like them for two different types of things, you know. Even though Tracee Ellis does her fitness too, it's like Vivica, we have this role of Vivica as a warrior. Okay, so I like her for that, because as a character or something that I think about when I want to do something. Then I look at Tracee and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, she's a dainty doll, you know. And that's probably the last thing that she would want me to say. It's like, oh, she's a dainty doll, because women have these, you know, impressions and all this different stuff. And then I look at Viola Davis. And she's a whole different type of woman. She has a different type of strength. Her acting is phenomenal. So it's like, so you start to look at these women and you like, okay, it's not that I want to be them, you know? It's not that you ever want to take somebody's place or you want to possess what they have. It's that you look at them and you say, man, you know what? I can probably do what she can do today. You know, I can do what she can do. Not I'm going to therefore take over her position, or I'm going to take what she has. I can't take what she has, because what she has, that's meant for her. The producer that sees Tracy Ellis Ross compared to Viola Davis, and he says, okay, I want this certain type of whatever. They're going to look at, choose, and move on. You know, and that's why more black roles need to be created for black women. But not only that, it's just the whole fact of, that's just it's just, we have to start to look into those different types of, we gotta just start to look at that differently. Like, I know somebody came, saturate the market, flood the market, show me all these different things. Like, look at this. Look at what happens when this happens. When I make this, then this happens. When I do this, this happens. And it's like, but if that's what you really want to do, and if that's really what you want to make, you're gonna do it. You know, you're gonna keep doing it. Because for me, I can have 5,000 ideas, and that doesn't mean I use them all. The only reason I don't is because sometimes I don't feel passionate about it. Like, it probably could be something cool, and everybody likes it, and everybody wants it, and oh, you should make more of those, and you should do this, and you should do that. And sometimes I'm like that too, like, hey, maybe that's your thing, you know, but that's not, most of these things are not my thing. So it's almost like I'm happy to share, because it's like, I'm not going to use that idea, therefore I'm going to share that idea at my leisure. Not that you come and take the idea from me. I share the idea at my leisure. You know, I share me at my leisure, not somebody else's. I don't know. Like, I feel like, stop taking from me, because it's not right. It's not right. If you haven't come to me and asked me for the idea, if you haven't paid anybody to use my idea, don't use it. It's mine. It's mine. What else? That's it. I just feel like sometimes we just feel like, let me take her place. Let me get in her place. Let me get in her position. And it's like, you can't do that. You don't need to be in her position. You need to be in your position. And that's all it is. And I don't know if it's really staying in your lane. I know for me, staying in my lane means doing what I'm capable of doing. Not that I'm coming out of somebody else's realm to do something, or I'm coming out of somebody else's realm to do whatever. I know people want to prove points to me or whatever, but at the same time, even if the point is proven, I still gotta do me. Like, I can't now therefore change my whole mindset because somebody else feels like I need to do it their way. Like, I can't. And not at all times is my mindset gonna be the same as somebody else's. People are okay and free to think the way that they want to think. And it's not just, oh yeah, well, let me come up with this, let me do that, let me take care of this, no. I mean, the fact of the matter is, a human is okay. It's okay for a human to be a human, period. Like, that's it. Like, there's no that's it. That's the essential part of life. It's just like you realizing that you are you, and there is no one youer than you. And so you cannot then therefore put your issues onto other people. You cannot do that. You cannot take something that you have an issue with and then try to make that happen in somebody else's life to prove something to who? To you? You need to be proving that to yourself. That's something you have to prove to yourself. You know, I don't know. Because something don't feel right. And whatever it is, I don't know. But this is Shantae with Brown Sugar Talks, coming at you under Black Unicorns. And in no way, shape, or form do I want to take the place of somebody. I would rather come in on my own terms and do the things that I want to do. Not trying to take over anybody's position. Not trying to do that. That's not, when you have goals and dreams, why would that be part of it? Like, I don't even think about other people and what I can take from them. I think about myself and how I can get there. Like, I don't know, it's a difference. That's a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. You know, if my eye is on Susanna and I'm getting a little bit, you know, jealous of it, I might have a problem, you know. I don't know. I might have an issue with that. I have issues with things like that, you know. I just don't, it's not something that I'm big on. I don't know. Where do I fit in? Who knows? Who knows? But wherever it is, I want to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable, and I don't want to be ignored, you know? So, anyway, this is Shantae with Brown Sugar Talks, telling you to have a wonderful day. I learned a lot today about myself and the world around me and the situationals that were set up. So, have a good one. Thank you.